Greetings and warm welcomes to all my friends around the globe. On a windy, chilly and cloudy day like this, there's nothing better than brightening up the mood with a soul-warming dish. The sun may be hiding behind the clouds, but don't worry. We'll bring a little sunshine to the table with today's special, trout baked in the oven. Let's turn this gloomy weather into a cozy, delicious experience. Stay tuned, and if it's dreary in your corner of the world too, this is your chance to draw inspiration and bring some warmth to your kitchen with a dish full of flavor and comfort. Alright, the mood is set and we're ready to start. But first, I've got a big challenge ahead. I need to catch some fish. Fishing is always the most unpredictable part of the day, but it's also the most rewarding. Fishing is one of those rare activities that connects you to nature in such a peaceful and satisfying way. It's not just about the catch. It's the thrill, the patience, and the joy of being outdoors, surrounded by the sounds of the river and the rustling leaves. There's something magical about that first tug on the line. It's like a spark of excitement that keeps you going. Once you catch your fish, it feels like the rest come effortlessly. I think that's enough for today. Time to head back and start cooking. Trout bones are small and delicate, but they're relatively easy to handle. With tweezers or needle-nose pliers, you can carefully pull them out one by one. Since these trout are young, the bones are soft, and after baking, they'll turn flaky and blend seamlessly with the tender fish. It's one of the reasons trout is so enjoyable to work with in the kitchen. Today, I'm using fresh, meaty worms as bait. Filleting or deboning fish is a key step in any recipe involving fresh catch. Having the right tools makes all the difference. A sharp knife is essential for precision and ease. If you're looking to upgrade your kitchen tools, don't worry, I've got you covered. Just scan the QR code to check out my shop, where you'll find everything you need to take your cooking to the next level. Now, let's make a marinade to elevate our trout. Trout has a mild, nutty flavor that pairs beautifully with a well-balanced marinade. I'm using oil and spices like red paprika to create a mix that will seep into the fish and enhance its natural taste. It's simple but powerful. This marinade is going to make our trout irresistibly flavorful. Time to layer some veggies for our dish. On the baking tray, I'll start with onions, which will caramelize and add sweetness as they cook. Then come the potatoes, sliced into rounds for even cooking. These veggies will soak up the trout's juices and the marinade, creating a bed of tender, flavorful goodness for our baked dish. And before we continue, don't forget to follow Wilderness Cooking on Instagram for more recipes, updates, and behind-the-scenes moments. Stay connected and inspired. I will layer beautifully the onions with potatoes, creating a bed for our trout. When it comes to fish, the vegetables and greens you cook it with always gets that piquant and rich taste. Fish balances the flavor palette, binding all flavors together. And of course, no fish dish is complete without a citrusy touch. I'm tucking fresh lemon slices inside the trout, sliding them into those fine cuts we made earlier. The citrus will infuse the fish with a zesty brightness, perfectly balancing its natural richness. Next up, some juicy tomatoes. Not only do they add moisture to the dish, but when baked, their natural sweetness intensifies. The roasted tomatoes will bring a velvety texture and a slightly tangy, caramelized flavor that complements the fish beautifully. And let's not forget about carrots. Adding thin slices of carrots introduces a subtle sweetness and a vibrant pop of color to the dish. As they bake, they soften and release their sugars, creating a delightful contrast to the savory fish and tangy tomatoes. They also add a touch of earthiness, tying all the flavors together in harmony. And now for the final touch, garlic cloves. Plenty of them. These little flavor bombs will ensure and infuse the entire dish with a bold, aromatic kick. As they roast, the garlic transforms into a mellow, slightly sweet delight, adding depth and complexity to every bite. Imagine all these ingredients mingling. The tangy citrus, the sweet carrots, the juicy tomatoes, and the fragrant garlic. Now it's time for the fish to embark on its final journey, straight into the oven. To ensure even cooking, I'm covering the plate with aluminium foil and placing baking paper cut into a round shape inside. This technique creates a gentle steaming effect keeping everything moist while locking in the flavors. Next, I'm preparing mushrooms, removing their stems, adding a pinch of salt inside each cap, and arranging them carefully. They'll go into the oven alongside the fish, creating a deliciously savory side dish. And don't forget, if you're inspired by what you see, check out our shop. On the screen's left side, you'll find a QR code leading to our collection of wooden kitchen utensils, from cutting boards to spatulas to versatile knives. We've got everything you need to elevate your cooking experience. Scan the code and explore the collection now. How often do you use purple cabbage in your salads? I'm a huge fan of its vibrant colour and unbeatable crunch. Pair it with fresh veggies and you've got a winning combo. It's light, refreshing and packed with flavour. What's your all-time favourite salad ingredient? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your suggestions. The mushrooms are out of the oven and looking amazing. Time to sprinkle some grated cheese on top. Once melted, it'll form a gooey, savoury layer that pairs wonderfully with the roasted fish. The creamy richness of these cheese complements the fish's bold flavours perfectly. Let's pop them back into the oven for a final round and let the cheese melt to perfection. Alright, we're halfway through, and I think it's time for a well-deserved tea break. This little tradition of mine, inspired by Azerbaijani culture, has become our shared moment. I love how we've turned it into something special together. So, tell me, how many of you take tea breaks while cooking? I've added some fresh mint leaves to the teapot. Mint not only brings a refreshing aroma, but also has calming properties that aid digestion. It's the perfect way to prepare for the feast ahead. Look at this fish. It slices beautifully. The aroma is divine. with the smoky, savory scent of perfectly roasted fish mingling with the sweetness of the vegetables. Let's place it back in the oven for a few more minutes to achieve that golden, crispy crust on top. And a quick drizzle of fresh lemon juice over the salad adds a tangy burst of flavor that ties it all together. The table is set, and the feast is ready, my friends. The fish, flanked by a colourful salad and roasted mushrooms, looks like a masterpiece. Let's take the first bite. Oh gosh, the fish is tender and flaky, infused with the bright citrus notes from the lemon, while the roasted veggies add layers of flavour and texture. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more wilderness cooking adventures. See you next time, my friends.
Kanalımıza destek olmak istəyirsinizsə, online mağazamızdan xüsusi bıçaq və ya taxta qablarımızı əldə edə bilərsiniz. Mağazanın linki videonun altındakı təsvirdə var. Super!